of the Mindful Minute series. What a series to start with for this channel. It's been really good. I've been really enjoying it. I have learned a lot from it, which is the most important thing. And hopefully, you guys have learned a little bit of it, or at least I've encouraged you to have a look at this topic. Um, as I said, this would be the final episode in this series. I really hope one day in the future that we can revisit this series again to have it as a more interactive series with you guys to know um, what did you feel? Did you or were you able to use any of the things that we've discussed in your everyday life? And if you have already, what results have you come up with? And that would be really interesting. However, let's get this episode going. And as the final episode, this would be a little bit more general episode. We're just gonna talk about different things. And the title would be, or as you can see, it's embracing a mindful life. So basically, in this final episode of the Mindful Minute series, um, we'd look into embarking on a transformative journey towards embracing mindfulness, not just at certain aspects of our lives, like we talked about in the previous episodes, but embracing mindfulness as a way of life. So please join me as we explore how incorporating mindfulness into our daily routine can bring about lasting positive changes in our well being. Similarly, or similar to the previous episode, I divided the episode today to few segments. So the first segment that we are going to discuss is cultivating mindful awareness. Um, so in this segment, just wanted to talk about the importance of cultivating mindful awareness in our daily lives. So we discussed the power of being fully present and attentive. This is like a recap of the previous episode as well. So we spoke about the power of being fully present and attentive, allowing us to deepen our connection with ourselves and the world around us. Through mindfulness practices such as breath awareness that we talked about, body scans, and sensory exploration, we can nurture a sense of gratitude, curiosity, and wonder in our everyday experience. The second segment is a mindful self-care practices. So self-care is an essential aspect of well-being, and this segment I wanted to talk about how mindfulness can enhance our self-care practices. So we've discussed techniques that integrate mindfulness in self-care rituals such as mindful eating, mindful movement as well, and body awareness exercises. And by bringing conscious awareness to these activities, we can cultivate a deeper sense of nourishment. We can cultivate a deeper sense of self compassion as well, and an overall well being. How to stay connected to yourself and to your body and to your thoughts while performing all these activities that we just do without thinking about. And usually you'll have your phone in your hand and just not thinking about what you're doing, just living, but actually thinking about what I'm actually doing right now. For example, eating, being self-aware of where you are, what are you doing, actually enhances that experience. Which takes us to the third segment, which is intentional living. So, mindfulness empowers us to live with intention and purpose. So, in this segment, what I wanted to talk about is to how to align our actions with our values and priorities. So, we discuss the importance of mindful decision making, right? Setting clear intentions. What are my intentions of what I'm actually doing? And practicing mindful goal settings, which I have practiced and it really helps. It makes sure that you're focused on what you're doing. So intentional living as a whole or in general, I think it brings um, reason to your life, and I think that's, if not the key to happiness, but at least a major factor of happiness. Having that purpose for life rather than just the boredom of life or just living through it, waiting for the actions to happen. Of course, you don't control everything. Actually, you control very little things in your life. But at least you have your goals, you're focused, you have clear intentions, and when you do make decisions, you're making them based on those goals and decisions. Um, and yeah, by living with these greater intentions, you can create a life that is more aligned with the true desires and passions of yourself. And then the last segment is bringing mindfulness into relationships, right? So, um, our relationships play a vital role in our well being, and we explored how mindfulness can enhance our connections with others. We discussed mindful communication techniques such as active listening and non judgmental presence, putting yourself into the person that you're talking to's shoes, understanding it from their point of view. And when you are listening, you actually know. So, active listening, and what is meant by that is just not listening and comprehending what they're saying, but also the intentions behind what they're saying. Why are they saying these things? Um, what's the message? The message that they want to deliver. We also explored how mindfulness can help us navigate conflicts as well. Because again, if you actively listen and you're not judging, so non judgmental presence, you're not judging yet. Because, as humans, we judge, but we have to judge after we have the full picture, basically. This will help you navigate conflicts, right? And challenges. Yeah, it will help you navigate the conflicts and challenges with compassion and understanding, which in the end leads to a fostering and deeper connections and harmonious relationships. So that was a quick recap of the series. As I said, it was really really enjoyable. Um, so yeah, in this final episode, just a quick recap, and I wanted to title it something that mindfulness is not like a thing that you do. No, it's something that you embrace. Like you embrace mindfulness as a way of life, which empowering ourselves to live more fully, right, more authentically, and with a greater sense of well-being. So basically, what I'm saying is, I would like to advise you, if you haven't started yet, just start small, and then you'll find yourself cultivating mindful awareness, integrate mindfulness. You'll find yourself integrating mindfulness into your self-care routines. You are living with intention and you are nurturing meaningful relationships. Again, that was fun. Thank you very much for listening. Um, and thank you, sincerely, thank you for joining. For all you who listened, I know the numbers are small now, but I actually care about them in terms of, oh, actually, people are listening to me. So thank you for joining me on this Mindful Minute series. And if I'll give you something to say, or something that I have to say at the end of this series, is I want you to remember that every minute counts when it comes to mindfulness. You can use that tool to have purpose in your life. I think that's the most thing that it helped me with, having purpose in life. So stay present, stay mindful, and always, always, always embrace the beauty of the present moment. Either that moment is challenging, either that moment is hard, it is sad, it is happy, it's amazing. Every moment that you live has a beauty in it. Thank you very much for listening, and I shall see you, or you shall listen to me, in the next series topic very soon. Thank you very much.